All right, Ethan Yao, aka Rampage, opening it up with Pocket Cowboys to 300. Deeb makes the call with Pocket Tens.
So 5:30 to 7, right? We could do dinner, right? Todd, dinner?
You want dinner?
Dinner, let's do dinner.
Flops 4-7 queen.
Double water, lemon.
Lance, we could do dinner, right?
It's a good board for Pocket Kings there.
Pretty good and dry flop for me, all things considered. So when he checks it over to me, I decided to bet out $500 here with my overpair. Expect him to sometimes connect with the board, sometimes just have a strong hand himself by playing a hand in the small blind. He ends up making a call, which is always really nice to see. How sick is that? It's beautiful as I have the best 2-pair combo. Also, the 4 coming means he doesn't really have pocket 4s ever. So when he checks a second time, I expect to have the best hand very often here. So I size up to $1,600.
This is a big pot size bet.
Betting close to the size of the pot to get max value versus a queen or other non-believing pairs. And also, we're playing super deep versus Shaun Deeb, so I'd love to start building a big pot now. So for $1,600, he decides to make the call again, another great sight to see.
Or maybe you're here to look good and throw out the poker facts, I'm not sure. But as we had guessed, Deeb's anxious to put more money in this pot. He makes the call.
Let's see a clean river here one time. The river is a 5. Total brick here, basically, and I love to see it. He checks for a third time.
Deeb checking again.
I imagine Rampage will put in a value bet here. Deeb could definitely have some ace, queen, queen, jack, queen 10 suited combos.
And probably whatever he's going to bet, Shaun Deeb's got a lot of money sitting in front of him, so it's going to be a small amount.
And I think it's just time to pump the gas on this one. I'm betting big, and I overbet the pot to $6,500. And immediately, Deeb doesn't look happy about it, so my hand is certainly the winner for sure. All I have to do now is sit there and hope he ends up making the call. Be really nice to get paid here, please. The pot is building. It would be the biggest pot I've played so far in this session.
So Deeb might look him up here.
And he does end up calling, which is awesome. I win the largest pot I've played so far, and things are looking pretty up.
$1,000 pot.
Somebody else taking money off of Shaun Deeb today besides...
Deeb raising it up with 6-4 spades to $600.
Action folded to Matt Glance.
I'm lucky I can make a pair with ace 10.
He folds. Jonathan Little folds. And now Ethan Yao with jacks.
I pick up a pretty good one in pocket jacks myself, and I decided to 3-bet this one to $2,600.
If you don't recognize the name Ethan Yao, maybe Rampage is a little bit more
Yep.
recognizable.
He is one of the hot YouTubers right
Deeb
now.
quickly makes the call. Seems like he's got a very good and playable hand in my line of sight, so let's time to battle it out once again. I'm out of position every single time against him.
And Deeb flops the straight.
You gotta be kidding
With my overpair, I still don't think this is the best flop for me here. Seems like he can have a lot of 2-pair combos, he can have a lot of sets, or just high equity draws that we might be flipping with. So out of position, I just start off with a check, and Deeb with a very, very disguised hand.
Makes the check. It's a very wet connected board, so you are going to get raised a lot on this texture, so checking at pot control is a good strategy.
He's standing right behind me.
Sadly for me, he bets out $2,500. Like I said, I'm already not loving this board texture, but I'm never going to be folding jacks in an overpair here in this spot. I lose 2 sets, 2 pairs, and I guess the very disguised straight that I never saw available. Anyways, I decided to make the call for $2,500.
That one of those 2 bounties.
And Yao calls.
That's cool.
Matt Glance talking about the $1 million that he won in a bounty tournament. I can't even
Turn
imagine
now, which
opening that
comes
envelope.
a king. Pretty unfortunate card now, as it's another one over my pair, and I check for a second time.
5 at a time. Yeah. No, he's giving it to you too. Wow.
The coach is coming. You have no idea what mega tilt I'm on right now. Mega tilt.
Deeb now decides to really love his overbets because he bets out 15.4 thousand. Really hating life again. out of position against Shaun Deeb, certainly feeling indifferent between a call or fold now in this specific point, but you know me, I am stuck, and I have pocket jacks. I guess we just go off to war because I'm just hoping to see a clean river card and having it go check, check.
As we head to the river, it's a deuce of clubs.
This does complete a flush.
This is ridiculousness. And the game ends at 6, right? Great.
What time are we looking at?
I can't even read this watch. What time is it?
5:19.
He's got a dog.
Maybe I win with pocket jacks, but no, I get shown the bad news. I lose to the good old 6-4 of spades. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I thought my hand was the winner, and when I get shown the flop straight, this one hurt. I'll be honest. In real time, it hurt a lot to lose this one.
He knows that Ethan is capable of making really loose hero calls, so he might have missed a value bet there.
Like having a blast, like he's crushing the game. Like
I wanna break this table in half right now.
I mean, for a price, you'd pay to replace it. It'd make good TV.
He's probably strong enough to do it.
Right now, I don't even know I'm on TV. Right now, I'm in like the Twilight Zone. This guy just rips it with ace-10 and just flops a boat. I'm still spinning.
Oh, there is 10.
What about the ace that don't make quads?
Ace-10's a good.
Yeah.
And then I got the nut flush draw, just rips the ace.
Not just
Good game.
the only ace that was left in the deck is
But
that
I
game.
was ahead, let's
Just like
be
when you
honest.
lost heads up to Kate with quads. Even in this game, you run into quads.
Deeb with the
I
needle.
gotta learn how to just put my tail between my legs and just give this game up.
Maybe this is the time where maybe Dentale should be enjoying the amenities outside of the poker room.
Right. Like the spa. Try to relax.
Check.
Three players will see this flop together. Here we go. Flop is
Not super bad for me overall with a pair, but action's going to check through here. And we're going to a turn which comes another 5. All right, I've got a full house. Don't think I can really lose here a lot of the time, so when J Little checks to me, want to protect my hand against some overcards.
5s full of 10s now.
Now I see why you let Mikey be late. It's all right. He can be late.
So I bet out $1,500.
Yeah. He's entertaining.
Oh, thank you.
You'll invite it back.
Can't wait to come, guys.
And for $1,500, Deeb once again makes the call. All right, we're battling one more time in this last spot.
Loves to punish.
Parks, Sugar House. He's been everywhere.
Another 5. Oh, what a horrible card to see. Now I am sitting with the board as we both play quads. Ace high is the nuts. And I only have 10 high, which really sucks. Thinking over this spot, and I think all the options are in play right now. Do I bet this to potentially bluff off a hand that he could have? Maybe he could have a pocket pair. Maybe, I could represent ace high potentially. Could I get a 10 to fold as well? For sure. Or the other option is to just give up and check after a very, very brutal river. And after some time thinking it over, I decided to bet out a small block bet of 1,000. Mainly because I'm stuck and I just want to win every pot now at this point. But Deeb decides to raise up the action to 6,700. Another very, very annoying spot at this point. And I'm stuck piles in this game right now. And when I'm stuck piles, that kind of alters my decision making to fight for every single pot. And the only way I could ever win in this spot is to hope that Deeb is bluffing and that for me to 3-bet and get him off his hand. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting this theory to the test to hopefully think that he's bluffing. I decided to put in a min 3-bet to 15.5 thousand. As you can see on screen, this is simply a pure punt, but Deeb thinks about it for a while and a very long time. Thinks about it for so long that potentially I might be able to get this bluff through, but he ends up actually talking out loud saying that we might be chopping.
If two people have cards under 10, it's a chop mic. That's how poker works.
So cool.
And once he says that, it's clear he's got
For
an
a
ace.
$30,000 pod here, I for sure would be like quadruple checking that I do in fact have the nuts, because this is kind of trippy.
Let me make sure that that is an ace that's in my hand.
Seems like he's never going to fold. He ends up making the call. Hollywood slow rolls me. And yeah, okay, everyone. This was a pure punt, unfortunately, and a pure whacking in this session. He makes the call. I came in to the stream, made my donations, and this was the last interesting hand of the night. I am now down piles.
So many things I want to say, so many things overall, to start off, really cool experience to play on Poker Night in America. It's so iconic. It's such a staple in the poker industry, poker history. And for me, random ass guy, to be able to hop on stream and play is an incredible experience. And it makes for a really cool video and mainly experience. Money-wise, it didn't go great. Like, it was advertised as a 25-50 game, and I thought maybe the 100 would be on. It was 200, 400, 800, 1600 sometimes, which makes it a really big game. The swings are really high. And on top of that, the only big stack at the table was directly to my left, who also happens to probably be the best player at the table. So playing out of position against the best player at the table, who also is the only person that has a lot of money in the stack, makes it pretty, like, I played for 2.5 hours. I lost 40,000, and I'm kind of numb to the swings, to be honest. I want to say, like, it hurts a lot, this and that, but when you play high stakes cash and when straddles get big, the game gets enormous. It gets to a point where these swings are going to happen. So I never get too high about winning. I never get as low, or I do get low, but I don't get super upset about losing. Like today, it was just like variance.